And why do I bring all this up? Well, because I want to show you this Ken Klipperstein guy. We outed him at this show before for being a coward and a liar and for his cowardice around Russiagate. And it bothered him. One of his close friends called me and told me how much it bothered him. He said, I can't tell you who that is, but one of his best friends called me and told him, boy, it really drove him nuts. So Ken Klipperstein's been monitoring my Twitter feed. And by the way, just so you know, Ken Klipperstein's position is vaccines should not be voluntary. That's his position.
Brilliant. So
I tweeted this out. In a response, somebody calling it ivermectin a horse medicine, I tweeted out this article from where the NIH, it's a medical study. Look, all the doctors involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6. I see 6 different doctors. The ivermectin and COVID-19 study. Use of ivermectin is associated with lower mortality in hospitalized patients with coronavirus disease 2019. That's from the NIH. That's from January 1st of 2021. I tweeted that out without comment. Ken Klipperstein, who we humiliated at this show, who is now monitoring my Twitter feed, then decided to go anti-science 100%. He didn't say, hey, that NIH article is wrong. He didn't say, hey, the NIH is lying. He didn't disagree with anything in this article. He just said Jimmy Dore is a horse to wormer med guy now, knowing that the shit libs that follow him on Twitter and populate Twitter are going to not even realize what he's doing. They're not even going to realize that Jimmy Dore tweeted out a study from the NIH. And so that's his way to get likes. He's going to dunk on Jimmy Dore. This is from the Intercept, by lying and being 100% anti-science. That's what you have to do to dunk on Jimmy Dore. You have to lie and you have to be 100% wrong on the science. And then you have to hope that a bunch of other Democratic voters are dumb enough to go along with it. And guess what? Son of a bitch, they are.
This is the same guy.
Wait, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what he did.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what he did. So this is the exact response to that. He said, Ken, Jimmy linked to a medical study. If you want to argue the quality and accuracy of that research, that's one thing. No, he doesn't. In fact, he doesn't want you to even know where that study came from or even talk about it, because that would ruin his lie and he wouldn't get to dunk. But to blithely dismiss Jimmy Dore here as horse to wormer med guy when the drug exists in form safe for human use under medical supervision ain't it. Well, it is to a bunch of his shitlib friends. Look at that. It got like 4,000 likes or something. I said, and so I retweeted Ken Klipperstein, and I circled that the thing I tweeted out was from the NIH. And I said, I don't know what's going on here, but I tweeted out an article of 18 studies from the NIH, National Institute of Health, not my opinion. Ivermectin is for humans. I get mine at Walgreens. People being anti-science to dunk on me is a very weird trend. And so again, Ken will have to pay no price for that, because Ken is lying at the behest of the establishment, which is what they do at the Intercept. That's why Ryan Grimm runs interference for politicians around forced to vote, and he works with the Young Turks who did the exact same thing. And that's why they all work for a billionaire who now they have to push propaganda. He got the job. Everybody saw Ken Klipperstein kept moving over to the right. He kept drifting right, getting more shit lib every day, and he finally nailed a job down at the Intercept. So now he gets a 6-figure salary for doing nothing, basically, except repeating anti-science propaganda that props up the establishment. And there it is. By the way, there's the article I tweeted out. NIH.gov. That's not from the fucking National Enquirer. That's not from Fox News. That's not from Trump.com. That's from the NIH. Review of emerging evidence demonstrating the efficacy of ivermectin in the prophylaxis and treatment of COVID-19. That is from the NIH. So then this woman, Fiorella, from the Convo Couch, she tweeted this out. She said, Ivermectin saved my family's lives when they didn't have access to vaccines in their country. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That's her story. Others who didn't use it went on ventilators and died. They're pro-vax, but it works. So these people wanted to get a vax. It's been used in third world countries. You don't know what you're talking about, and you're also not funny. So how did he respond to that? Did he respond to that with facts? Did he try to debunk anything she said? Did he ever even mention that this is from the NIH? No. What he did was he then dug up a 10-year-old DUI arrest record of her to try to scare her off of Twitter and to try to humiliate her. So this is exactly what the Intercept does. The Intercept goes after the powerless and tries to shut them up. This is what Ken Klipperstein's doing here. And he tweets out, he doxes her and tweets out her DUI arrest and says, really curious to hear your thoughts on public health. And then he puts in beer steins and a car. That's his idea of being a badass journalist, doxing someone with a different political opinion from you from 10 years ago and has nothing to do with the subject. Of course, he'll never address the subject. Ken Klipperstein's an establishment hack pushing lies for his billionaire funders, and we're here to call him out. And that's what he does. Of course, he's not going to engage in the substance of anything I tweet. Of course, he's not going to do that. He's not going to engage in the substance of anything she tweets. Ken Klipperstein's a coward of the highest order who gets a 6-figure salary for pushing bullshit establishment lies now. And there it is. And that's what he does to somebody on Twitter who shares their lived experience. Amazing how little it takes for the cool kid left to turn into their parents. That's exactly right. Here's what Shant Mesrobian says. The Intercept is what happens when you conceive of yourself as an adversarial media outlet, but then hire a bunch of spoiled children whose idea of adversarialism is to be an MSNBC liberal with a potty mouth and a leather jacket while repeating state and institutional propaganda. And that's what you just saw Ken Klipperstein do. And that's what the Intercept does. Here's what, and of course, what the founder of the Intercept has to say. He says, it disgusts me that I played a role in bringing this shit organization into the world. It did good reporting over the years, and it still has several really good reporters. That's the sad part. It's being ruined by liberals who had no role in its creation and are just DNC hacks like Ken Klipperstein and Ryan Grimm. So let me bring back in Nick from the Fred Hampton Leftists. Would you like to comment on any of that?
Yeah, Ken Klipperstein is part of like the punch down crew. It's kind of how I like to call him. These people, I mean, he makes a ton of money, and you see, he's trying to dox a journalist for pretty much proving him wrong. And I want to analyze what that actually means. What is he trying to accomplish here? Right. That's what I want to ask, because is the implication that because someone have a record that they have nothing worthy to say on the issue? His attack is very revealing because it shows that he has a ton of classism in him. And this is why I see a lot of time with the boutique left, where they only want to listen to like this very small percentage of people. Like, these are the people they deem to be worthy of having a voice. These are the people they deem worthy of organizing. These are the same reason they were attacking the Medicare for All marches, for example, because they felt the people that was organizing it, they went a managerial class to organize the march. A lot of these people were saying it. They were like, who are these people that run the march? Just ordinary activists? And I'm like, that's not a big deal. Working class people deserve a voice. So what Ken Klipperstein was doing, he's saying, if you have a record, we shouldn't be listening to you. He also the same guy who was like, Russiagate, who cares about Russiagate?
That's right.
when asked about that, this is a guy who's a journalist who didn't care about Russiagate, one of the biggest psyops in recent memory that is used to expand the new Cold War. And Russiagate has been used as a justification in order to expand the military budget. It's a giant story, but he doesn't care about it. No,
Nick. You know why he said that, right? So he was asked why he didn't cover Russiagate, and he said he thought it was boring. And And why do you think he said that? What that is, that's the equivalent of, because I'm a coward and it would risk my job at the Intercept if I actually told the truth about Russiagate. Plus, I would lose my spot in the shit lib herd mentality of journalism that is the United States. So it would actually take courage. Courage a pothead comedian has, but certainly not the courage somebody who works for the Intercept has. They're all gutless, nutless wonders, and he's the biggest one over there, him and Ryan Grimm. They're amazingly nutless wonders, and that's the kind of shit they do. Underhanded, the dirtiest, most disgusting fucking shit. You were going to dock somebody over a political dispute, and by the way, she's right. And so if you're wrong, that's how Ken Klippenstein plays. He plays underhanded, dirty pool because he's a coward. And he's a shit lib on purpose, and he's getting a six-figure salary from a billionaire to push establishment propaganda, and he's doing it. And you're right, he's class loyal. That's what's happening now. He's got the big paycheck. He's class loyal.
Yeah, I always analyze everything with the class analysis in mind. And it's very funny. These are the same people that pretend they are leftier than now. They have no class analysis. I've seen a lot of leftists that were liking this nonsense. And whenever I see this kind of stuff, I was appalled by the classism, because you recently talked to Chris Hedges, someone I have a lot of respect to, and he's talked about how he educated a lot of prisoners. And these prisoners are very smart, very sharp. These people can destroy even Harvey League educated people in debates. But once again, look at the implication of what Ken is saying here. She has a criminal record, or she has a record, or whatever. I don't know her background. I don't want to misspeak, but she has a record, so that's a dunk. That's a got you.
She had a DUI arrest, and somehow now she's not supposed to be allowed to have an opinion about politics because she got a DUI arrest. But we're all supposed to feel sorry for Hunter Biden. His Intercept didn't print the stuff about Hunter Biden that was 100% true, but we're supposed to hate somebody who got a DUI arrest. That's, again, he knew that was so dastardly and so undefensible that he actually took that tweet down like a true coward, and he didn't apologize for it. So that's exactly why did you take it down, Kenny? Why'd you take it down? Because you knew what you did was unbelievably gross and revealed Ken to be the piece of shit he is. But it doesn't matter, because he also hangs out with other pieces of shit. And they all pat him on the back. You did the establishment bidding today. You secured your six-figure check from a billionaire. Good job. Go dox another person with a different opinion. Punch down and always punch left. That's what they do at the Intercept. Congratulations. You're making your paper proud. The Jimmy Dore Show is coming to a city near you August 28th. We're in Las Vegas at the Plaza, and we just added another show in Portland. We're there in Portland on September 10th and 11th. October 3rd, we're at Harlow's in Sacramento. More dates being added. Go to jimmydoorecomedy.com for a link for all tickets. See you at a live show.